Okay. What is going on, everybody? Joseph Sunderman here, Creative Tech. Let me make sure I got everything set up here properly. Yep. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. If it's failing, please leave a comment or something and let me know, because I am flying solo today. How's everybody doing today? Joseph Sunderman, Creative Tech. Today's session, we're talking about networking a tribe. Lot of things going on the back end, and I'll explain that a little bit deeper here in a moment. But yeah, I'm your host, Joseph Sunderman, going solo today. Cole is on his way back from Michigan. Will is on a shoot and doing some projects today. And we are talking about a different day, a different time. And we've been consistent with this. This is our 9th episode. So, you know, need a soundboard. Woo! Yay! Everybody excited. 9 episodes consistently. I think one episode we had to start an hour late. But other than that, I mean, we've had some shit shows. We've had some things go very wrong. But what we're trying to show is that if you're persistent with something, it will happen. It's up to you and your mission and what you're doing. So again, Creative Tech, what is a Creative Tech? Well, we're still figuring that out. We do know that it embodies the modern workforce, and we want to become the authority in the Creative Tech realm. As we create it, we want to be the authority in it. And the creative technology, it's already out there. If you go ahead and Google Creative Tech or Creative Technologist or Creative Technology, and you will learn what we're building aligns with a lot of what it says. Another thing to look up is modern workforce, modern work, modern leadership, modern technology. We want to do things, I mean, we're not Star Trek, but we want to create that culture that we want to live in. So with that in mind, Sessions is our weekly episode where we take an hour, a live episode where we talk about where we are with the group, where things are going. And this really helps us practice our marketing capabilities, our messaging capabilities. You know, my company, Icora, I want to practice marketing for that, and this is the answer to that. And if I can create a community of great potential technicians and account managers to help my IT business as I get good at doing this, I'm essentially, you know, that's what I mean by living with intent and being a creative tech. You have a mission, you have a need to work on this thing, but when you work on it, you're going to make sure that it doesn't, you know, you're not just doing a lab environment that goes to wayside. You're sandboxing an environment that has no real use. We're too small. We're trying to build something way too big to have anything floating around here as such. So with that being said, last week we dived into defining a vision. Mission is everything. If you don't have a vision, if you don't know where you're going, it's really hard to go out networking unless you're trying to figure out what that is. And if that is your goal, if that is your mission, to find out what your mission is, knowing that and going out to those networking events and being present and mindful of that and self-aware, that's how you're going to grow your vision and have something to work towards. And there's so many people that go through life without knowing what that is for them, and not even knowing that they need to find that in order to find true freedom and happiness. You know what I mean? No? Well then good, stick around. All right, so with that being said, today's session, networking a tribe. What do I mean by that? Well, I was going to call us a community. In fact, we started the Facebook community, the Creative Tech community. And as we were going into it, about 6 weeks into it, I was like, hey, Cole, you know, I think community doesn't really align. I think network would be better. So we started talking about that. And I was literally just getting ready to change everything from community to networking, or network, the Creative Tech Network. Come to the Creative Tech Network where we can network with each other. But I heard this really awesome, I don't know if my wife's really into anthropology and things of that nature. And we were watching I don't know if it was watching with her, if it was just on some random podcast. But they were talking about how tribes used to live in, tribes no more than 5,000. Like it would get up to around 5,000 people. That'd be like I don't know how they know that shit. But anyway, and because of the size of the tribes, I mean, I grew up in Kenton, Ohio, and we had a population of 8,000, and you knew who everybody was. So I could imagine a population of 5,000 all living in an area together. Everybody kind of knows everybody. And there was no other towns to go to get supplies if you needed it. You that was your world, essentially. And there was not this give-take mentality. People didn't expect something in return when they did something for their tribe. When you have, a society like we have today, after industrial revolutions, after everything that's happened and our evolution, and now, I don't even know what the population of Cincinnati is, but my Lord. The bottom line here is that we have a give-take mentality, and that's understandable. There's still a place for the give to make the tribe better, and that's what the creative tech is aiming to do. That's why I'm choosing tribe. I would love to hear your feedback on that, but that's where I'm landing at the moment, and I've already started putting it in the stuff. So yeah, that's awesome and sweet. What's next? Let's see. It's a lot easier when you have someone to bounce off of, so you can take a drink and breathe for a second. Might rethink these live shows. I don't know. Anyway, so this is the 9th episode, and we chose this focus because I think that's where we are right now. We're going to networking events. We're doing things. We're talking about the creative tech now more because we're already doing things for Icora. We have our master tech plan, and that's essentially what I'm working on right now. That's my major project, is get Icora's master tech plan off the ground and running. I need to start marketing that. The website's being developed as we speak. All these things are going on. And I want to be able to start talking about the business more and start actually having some Icora branded front-facing content. And again, doing this right here helps me talk about the messaging and helps me make sure my mission and my vision is clear and that people get it. So the main thing that I want to work on today and talk about as far as, projects and things of that nature go is how we deal with projects here, both at Icora and the creative tech. In fact, part of the master tech plan is to get companies to adopt this terminology, objectives. Objectives isn't, we don't just pull terminology out of the sky and use it on something. Like, objectives is a fairly well-known term, but we are making sure that in terms of the master tech plan, objectives have a very specific role. Objectives are any projects or anything that has multiple people, multiple tasks included, and any of the issues that go on with your business day to day, any little fires that come up that you got to take care of, or you got to replace this employee because of this thing happened. Those are matters that we deal with. And then objectives are all the big things, the projects, the initiatives that we have to do. And objectives are a pretty big part of this. So objectives is another big project I'm working on right now and getting that ironed out. Always a lot going on in the background. But again, everything I talk about comes to a point and is all about that modern workforce we talked about. So today's focus, networking a tribe. We're going to start doing some talking engagements, going to networking events, hosting events. We're hosting our first one December 6th, downtown Cincinnati at our studio. Really excited about that. Going to start promoting that and getting things together for that. That's my birthday, by the way. So birthday party / company event / let's tear it up. I turned 45. Oh my God, so old. I'm 45 years old. And I don't know if you can tell or not, I'm sick as fuck right now. I feel like absolute ass, and I know I'm not extremely professional. I'm not, that's why I wanted to do creative tech too. I wanted to be able to be myself and be authentic, the way I dress when I go to work, when I go to engagements. I mean, this is who you're going to see up there talking and explaining things to you. I'm not wearing, when I worked at Fifth Third Bank, Bridgestone, Whirlpool, like all these big companies. Yeah, I'll go in there with my collar on, button up, and I'll wear my blazer, and I'll play the role. But I was not happy in that environment, in those cultures. In fact, I wanted to improve those cultures. That's why we're doing this today. So, in a nutshell, that is what this whole thing is about. This whole creative tech, Icora, all of this is because I wanted to do something for me. I want you to do something for you as well. And that's what this whole thing is this whole creative tech thing is to help other people be creative techs just like me. I'm telling you what, if I was able to do it, if I got to a point where I have a decent net of security based off of the clientele, the systems I've developed, and the reliance on those systems, like, it feels really good. It feels really good to get here. And I know not having a real mentor, not having somebody, like, having to do it on my own and ask the questions and when something wasn't working, you'll see people, when something's not working, they will force it to work. So I've learned to lead with purpose, which is another aspect of what we're doing here. If you have a good mission or good reason, if you learn to propose your idea, and that's another part. When you go networking and talking about getting people to join a tribe, like, that's it's a lot. And I don't feel well. I know I'm a little bit unfocused, but bottom line is I'm hoping that all this does make sense to some degree. And man, I am off track right now. I totally dropped the ball. Don't know where I was at. All right. Right now, we're going to go ahead and get into the main focus of this. I want to focus on the focus for a moment. Networking a tribe. I was trying to segue into it. Again, I don't feel well, so bear in mind that, and I appreciate everybody's patience with me. But networking a tribe, the reason why I chose that is because we're getting ready to release a form. We have created a small database of creative texts, and it's very simple. In fact, I'm going to show it to you here in a moment. And what I want to do is I want to have this database full of I want your data in here as well. Only if you're okay with me sharing it with everybody. If not, there's a separate list that we're putting people in that we can work with them on. But we do ask in our form that we have everybody fill out that it puts their information into this database, so that way we can look at their categories and see where they align with the creative tech and where we can help fill a gap if we see one. And again, we may see a gap, but you may have a good explanation to why things are the way they are. And that's how we learn. And the more creative techs we work with, the more we're focused on what makes somebody a creative tech and how they can work on objectives through the community and help each other through the tribe and help each other, uplift each other to be, better. That's what I'm looking for here. I'm looking to grow that kind of community, that kind of network, that kind of tribe. And, I look at the creative tech. I'm not the creative tech. I'm a creative tech, although I have the channel, The Creative Tech. So that makes it a little bit hard for me not to say I'm the creative tech, but I'm a creative tech, and I want you to be a creative tech, and I want everybody to say they're creative techs. And I by no means feel like a tribe. What is the head of a tribe? If anybody knows off the top of their head, put it in here. I'm sure it's in here somewhere. I just can't find it right now. Anyway. So I hope I've explained what our tribe is. If I haven't, when you when you join the group, facebook.com/groups/the creative tech. When you fill out the 3 questions to join the group, the first question we ask you is, hey, I know creative tech is not developed and built yet, but you got an idea of what we're saying here when we talk about a creative tech. Do you feel like you're a creative tech? And if so, are you a beginner? Are you intermediate or are you advanced? Letting us know where you feel like you are as a creative tech with what we're saying a creative tech is. Lets us know where you stand, and that's important to us. We want to know that. Knowing whether you're wanting to, contribute and, what your thing is. There's only 3 questions there. But once we get you part of the group and you fill out the form, then we get to learn a lot more about you and really line you up with what we're doing. And from there, we can schedule a free session with whoever we feel like you line up best with, whoever you align with in the database. And currently right now, there's only 3 of us that are really like doing this. That'd be Cole, William, and myself. So I want to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen. And again, part of all this is to show you where we are. Truly, like, be authentic. Like, if anybody's in here and they want to ask questions during the live shows as we're building this out, like, hey, Joe, let me see that list. Let me see that form. As long as, you're not asking me to share anything too sensitive, I'm going to show you guys the behind the scenes of what we're building. I want you to see when we actually, get things registered. How does that look? And what's that process? When we set up a bank account, what's the routing number? What's the account number? I'm kidding. I'm not going to give you that information. But bottom line is we want you to be able to, we want to help you build your personal brand and get off the ground. That's what this tribe is. So join the group. Let's check out this form. I want everybody to fill out the beta version of it. And let's look at the database in its current state. Because what I want to see here in a year from now, I think even 3 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, I want you to see this video, or I want it to be accessible online. I want you to fast forward and to see where we are down the road as we continue these efforts. And I hope I get enough of you intrigued and see the potential of what I'm building to actually like, oh, that actually looks kind of cool. Let's get on board with that. Because if you do, then that's how we get there. And if you see how I'm doing this for my personal brand, my personal brand is Joseph Sunderman. The brands I represent, Icora, Rigid 6, the Creative Tech, and all those brands that are associated with those brands. I mean, I don't even want to start mentioning those. That's another layer down that we start talking about my dollars if we get into that. So we'll get there eventually, especially if you get involved with sessions and we start going and rolling this out. All right, time check. We are 15 minutes in. I should have done the intro. Here, let's go ahead and share a screen. Let you guys see what I'm doing. Share my entire screen. Why not? Let's make sure there's nothing on that screen before we share it. Jesus, I got so much stuff open. I've been up since 5 a.m. because I couldn't sleep, coughing like a crazy person. The cough went away. That doesn't mean I don't feel like crap, though. Okay. Let's go ahead and share my screen. Ta-da! Oh. Ta-da! Whatever. Yeah, you guys don't care about my face. Let's take it back here. There we go. Wait, what's this one? Ooh, I like that one better. Okay. And by the way, if you want to know what we're using for streaming, we're using StreamYard. I use StreamYard. I do have a few angles here. If I want to, I can switch over here to this angle. And this camera is fun because if you want to say hi to the pups, like, hi, Clementine, Winston, hey, go top. Boy, she pooped. Oh, you poor baby. Anyway, if you want to ask questions about the setup, feel free to do so. We all have our own studio, Cole, William, and myself. I'm at my home studio. I also have a studio downtown. But anyway, sharing my screen now. Let's go ahead and show you my time management. Yep. So it's just a simple Word document. Every show we build one of these, and we put it in there. And the idea here is, how far do I want to go in deep depth to tell you how I'm organizing this right now? I guess I could bring over a folder here. Oh, come here, you. So, as you can see, here's all the sessions. They're not all the sessions, I should say. Yeah. So here's today's session. And if you look, we need to build a descriptor. So this Word document gets built first. If you look at the description on YouTube, Facebook, any of them, this is the description that goes in those. I didn't read that anywhere. I just saw that people had descriptions on their things, and I know I want to standardize that. I'm one person. I don't have somebody push this shit out for me. So with StreamYard, I'm able to create one, put it in, and it fills it into all the ones that will accept it. I think Twitch doesn't allow you to have a descriptor like this. It only ties you to a category. Anyway, we're learning a lot about this stuff. If there's anything particular you want to learn about when you're setting this stuff up and how to organize to be, our show sessions every week, we have a focus around an area of the company or the tribe that we're trying to, improve upon. And right now, getting everybody to fill out that form and getting that database full, that's key number one. So that's what we're talking about today, networking a tribe. I'm going to go to some events this month, and I want to have a QR code. Hey, scan this and fill this out for me. Let us know. And join the group while you're at it. So having that capability and then having them come here to the channel and seeing these episodes where we're actually talking and engaging with it aligns with what I said while I was meeting them. Again, we do need to get into the topics here in a moment. The focus is networking a tribe, and we're talking about networking events. And when we get into the intent portion of the focus, where we're talking about what's your intent for the networking you're doing, why are you networking, and knowing that's very important. Like I said earlier, if you're looking for your mission and your purpose and you don't know what that is, well, that is your mission and your purpose, is to figure that out, because you can't do anything until you know what the hell it is you're after. And you listen to all the creators, they're going to say shit like that. And they're going to give you shortcuts like, oh, if you're really good at something, just stick to that one thing and do that. Yeah, I say, if you're really good at something, it's probably because you really like it. So that's a good shortcut. But sometimes there's something deeper in that. Like me, I love working with technology, and I thought that was my purpose. But no, that's not my purpose. My purpose is helping other people. I know that sounds super cliche, but truly, I think that's in all of our human nature. As I do the things I love, I see people around me wanting to do it, and I'm like, yeah, let me help you do that. And that's naturally, like, I want to help people. If I see an old lady in a blizzard, I want to pull over and ask, can I, walk you to your door if you're just going up to the door, or do you need a ride somewhere? Like you shouldn't be out here I want to help. So knowing your mission, intent, that's the first topic. I guess I should get that out of the way. The topics today, intent, preparation, and execution. Once you know your intent, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more here once we get the database up. Once you know your intent, you need to prepare. You need to get things lined up. I would say do that before you go networking, or at least when you're networking, you know what to say. Like, yeah, I'm getting prepared, so right now I know my mission is this. Networking, letting people know your brand, or if you're representing another brand, to help your personal brand. Like if you're going to a networking event for your job and you go there and you start talking about your personal brand, that doesn't align. That's that intent. You didn't prepare very well. You're executing like an amateur, unless it does line up somehow. I don't know. Maybe you can explain your logic to me. Again, I'm here to learn. I don't want to be an asshole. So let's go ahead and where are we? We're 24 minutes into it. That means we should be finishing up topic 1. I thought I was behind, and here I am needing to talk about the topic for 10 minutes. Yeah. So topic 2, 10 minutes. And then we got company discussion before that, though. Then we get a break if we need one. Topic 3, wrapping up, call to actions, blah, 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 blah. Very simple agenda. But I didn't start this agenda until like 9 a.m. this morning. The goal is, and I did that today, before I would only have up to 5.4 in here. Now I got 5.11 in here already, 5.25 and 6.11. Don't worry about the order. It's stupid. I need a naming scheme that keeps them in order, I guess. And I'm sure we'll have a discussion at some point. Data management, naming schemes are important. You're going to see as you see me show you files and folders and ways we're doing things, you're going to see naming schemes, and maybe I'm OCD with it. I don't know. To me, it gives me structure, it gives me clarity, and keeps things organized. And I can easily train somebody. I'll say, hey, everybody, here's the episode we're doing this week. Go in there and look at the agenda before the day. Put notes on there before we start. So there may not be anything in here now, but it's the principle, the idea behind having this document. That's what's important. I hope that makes sense, and I'm not, losing everybody. I will say I'm well aware of my amateur ways right now and how all over the place I am. I just hope I'm bringing it together to some degree for you. It will get better. That's part of that delta I want to see. I want to see me being so good at this by the time we get down the road to where this is easy for this week's episode. It took me an hour to come up with these 3 topics because that's how anal I am. And there's a theme here. I'll figure it out. But I'm juggling a lot, so it's a little bit much. All right. I really feel like shit. Let's go ahead and share. Well, I don't want to share all those tabs. Let me grab the tab by itself. God knows what I got open. All right. So, here is the link. Let me copy this bad boy. And I am going to share this. Let's go ahead and just... So, if you're watching this on something other than your phone or take a screenshot of this, you can scan it later. Or if you want to take a screenshot of that there link, and then you can, with your phone, take a screenshot if you know how to do that. And if you have an iPhone and you're up to date like you should be able to just highlight the text in your picture, paste it into a browser, and go to town filling out our lovely form. And our form will look like this on your mobile device. Let's get this down here. There we go. So, we want everybody to fill out this form because we're not going to ask you for your actual address. We do ask you for your mobile number, but that's optional. We're going to do text messaging at some point, but you don't have to give that out if you don't want to. But we do want your email address for you to join the group. We want your first and last name, your email address, your preferred name if you have a nickname. I guess I can't show the rest unless I'm actually filling it out. So why not? All right, Joseph Sunderman. You can just call me Joseph. And my email address is joseph@creativetech.ai. And my mobile phone number is that. And the city is, actually, I live, shouldn't put where I work, Harrison, Ohio. Next. What is your primary areas of interest? Rate your skill level to the best of your ability in your primary areas of interest. I have so many and I suck out all of them, so we'll say a 7. Understanding your interests. Software. I'd say I'm not no expert, but I know my shit. Hardware. I'm going to say the same. Content creation. Oh, I'm a beginner. Even at this level right here, I'm saying I'm a beginner. I will move that down as I feel like I'm growing in that. I would say I'm average as entrepreneurship. Once I make $1 million a year, then I will bump that up to advanced. And then once I hit that big B, I'll be an expert entrepreneur. I'm not saying that's how much money I need to make. That's how much money I want to be going through my brands that I affiliate with. And saying that I'm affiliated with Microsoft does not put me in that category yet. I meant my brands are doing that kind of money. Leadership. Oh God, this is something that I'm really like. I feel average when it comes to leadership. Data science and analytics. Oh. That's not true though, because I do analyze so much. I don't think I'm advanced at that. Like auditing logs and like and again, do this at the level where you are. Like I might see myself as an intermediate or something, but you might say, no, well, you're well far advanced. And just because we look at that differently, I want you to answer this to how you perceive it. And if we do a session, that's an opportunity to explain it more in depth and let us understand more of your way of thinking. This form isn't going to give us everything. It's a starting point. And this is a beta version of the form. So by all means, I don't want anybody to, get overwhelmed or think this isn't for them. I want you to do your best and let me know what you think, and let's grow together from there. All right. And then gaming. I'm going to go with average just because, like, I think I'm falling behind. I might even be a beginner at this level because I haven't played Destiny in 3 years. And I have all the DLCs. Kids and everybody's playing the game. I'm not playing it. And if I was to pick it up today, I'd probably be like, I have no idea what I'm doing. So, yeah, that I'm putting that as average. 10 years ago, expert, baby. Not today. Community engagement and contribution, participation, interest. I want to help make content. I want to be part of events. I would love to work on projects and collab. Oh, I want to help others. Yes. Mentorship. I don't know if I could really mentor without ever having a true mentor. I have people that I feel like mentored me for a period, but like not in a direct formal way. They were more like, I guess I would like to be part of mentorship. Yes. Oh. Preferred engagement channels, online discussion forums. I suck at engagement and like comments and stuff in social media. I don't do it myself. I think it's kind of shitty that I expect other people to engage and do this. Like, it's just not something I'm into. I'm into building and helping people. So I want to give you a way for you to. I want to help you, but am I good at? No, I'm not good at forums and chat rooms and things of that nature. I need to talk to people like a Teams meeting or be in person. So yeah, I'm going to skip the online social media groups. Sure. Live virtual events, absolutely. Absolutely in-person meetups. That's my jam, baby. I don't like to moderate, and I don't want to train beginners. I'm just going to leave it at that for now. Tell us how to do our job. This is optional. We want you to tell us what you think. This is an opportunity to give us some feedback right here, like clear, like outside of DMs and online engagement. This will put this data into our database. And I haven't really talked much about AI yet, but it's inevitable. It's coming. Like that's why I don't talk about it. It's just because it's already part of everything you're seeing here. Just wish I could just dump it all out here and you just those movies where you just touch somebody and they're like, oh my god, I've seen everything and I know everything. Like, I wish I could just give you this stuff, but that's not how life works. If that's how life worked, there would be no 99%. Because the 1% wouldn't exist. We would all be living well and balanced. But that would take away so much of humanity. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ugliness in the world, and there's a lot of beautiful things in the world. It's up to us to choose, our direction. But some of those bad things happen because people are hurting, and I don't know. Life's hard, man. And ladies, God, I'm such a sexist pig. Yeah, and that's another thing is the way we talk is changing. People can be upset with all this stuff going on in the world, but yeah, you can't change it, especially with AI. You're either going to survive or you're going to fall behind. If you're part of this group and this group is thriving and continuing, like I see it is now, you will survive. At least in that side of things. I mean, we get invaded and I'm kind of screwed. The wife won't let me have a gun in the house, so got a lot of neighbors with guns. Live somewhere with a lot of neighbors with guns. I guess that's it. I am way off topic. Again, I don't feel well, guys and ladies. If there's any ladies watching my nerdy ass. All right, so we are 40 minutes in. Where are we supposed to be? 10, 25, 30, 40 minutes in. We should be done with topic 2 and preparing. I feel like we talked about preparing for networking, getting ready. That's what all this is, just so you know. Let's get back to the form. Let's finish this up. Tell us how to do our job. Get your future shows updated so you can have better, more focused sessions. Online presence. Do you have or do you help with any YouTube contents? Yes. Provide us a link and or names of the channels. Do you have a LinkedIn page? I saw that. I do. What is your LinkedIn URL? LinkedIn.com/JN Sunderman. I'm being lazy because I don't feel good. Let me go look. I'll make sure that's right. Hold on. Maybe. Oh, that's right. They did that little change. I did have it wrong. It's just J Sunderman. But you got to have the N / Don't forget that. All right. Do you have a Facebook groups? Damn it. I guess this is a great time to plug myself. Facebook.com groups, the creative tech. And I want to, where is it? If you look on your screen now, YouTube channel at the creative tech. Join the Facebook group. It's facebook.com/groups/the creative tech. Please, if you go on all of these, this just helps us out. It helps. I'm gonna keep doing this. It'll keep spreading. I do this every day, every week. I mean, I wouldn't be like starting a fire with fucking 2 sticks. It would be a little bit more like holding a lighter, right? So, whatever. And where were we? Do you have any websites for your endeavors? Unfortunately. Well, fortunately, I get to skip this question. You see, I like how you answer this one. If you say yes, then it gives you the answers. If you say no, it just goes to the next. I have a company that develops, designs, and deploys websites for clients. Like literally, like what the flip and flip. Like I don't have a single website yet for josephsunderman.com, creativetech.ai, icora.ai, the icora group.com. I got rigid6.com. I mean, where's my websites at? I'm doing this instead of building my websites again. This is practice. The more people I get to help with this, the sooner the whole thing takes off. And if you want to be part of like, I'm trying to build something that's going to be like, I wouldn't say Apple size. That's fucking global like crazy. I want a nationwide technology management firm that takes care of people, like even like your small mom pop shops, all the way to big corporate, all the way down to individuals just like yourself working from home and needing to have someone help you. And college is out of the question. How can you get support for your endeavors? Well, I don't know what your budget is, but things do cost money. And I'm all about bartering. And I know that this whole thing will create all kinds of cash flow. So if you help me build this thing, that to me is just as good as money. And as money starts pouring in, money can start pouring out. It's got to go somewhere. It's got to go to wherever is keeping the machine running. So, and that's another thing I keep telling people, part of the creative tech, it's not about how much money you have. It's about how much money goes through you. You know, when I tell people that between the wife and I, we get about $25,000 to $35,000 a month that goes through us every month, people are like, oh my God. But you know how much money has to come out of us because of all that money coming in? Like, it's not, you don't just bring it in. And it's like fuel. It's not really fuel. It's like, think of a big river, and everybody's businesses rely on these big wheels that turn. And the more your wheels turn from the flow of water, the better, the bigger your wheel can be. And the more flow of water you can it flows. I'm starting to think it burns like gasoline though, because it feels like it goes faster than it comes. That's for sure. Anyway, money. People don't look at money properly, and that bothers me. And you know why that is? They don't fucking teach us this shit in school. That's for damn sure. Oh, money is the big thing, isn't it? Everybody wants to talk about money. Money makes the world go round. And I think that's where I have a problem, because to me, the tribe, the world wouldn't work without the tribe. And the tribe needs to make sure that when they go home, they can enjoy themselves, and when they're relaxing, and because we're the ones that are keeping the world turning, you know, we need to have a certain amount of water keeping our homes happy, and because we contribute. If you aren't contributing, if you're not adding to the machine, if you're not creating systems, you're probably working for the systems. You're probably somebody that is clocking in and clocking out and just stuck. And that, to me, that's what I can't live like that. I'm sorry. I've worked so many jobs, you know, and today's day, you know, at this age, you should be making between $30 and $40 an hour. And what kills me is I see people working for that, and I see their value being in the hundreds of dollars an hour. And because they're not able to structure themselves and their services and find people to support and help that need, like, that's like the modern way of doing that is working for somebody. And if you want to get ahead and you want to own something, I mean, families, oh, this is good. I'm going down a fucking rabbit hole. You know, I would love to pay each one of my kids $12,000 a year tax-free and let that money go into some kind of IRA or something, and start putting money back and letting it grow. You know, families, that you have no idea how many people live out there that know this stuff, and their families pass this down generation after generation, and they work together as a family and grow, while the rest of our dysfunctional families with blended families and all the dysfunction and what I like to call distractions, keeping you down and keeping you working and clocking in, clocking out, and barely making it. Like, it's I wish we would have been raised and taught things differently, but we were not born on that side of the table. If you were born on that side and you're here, well, I guess my ignorance, I know I have a lot to learn. All right, back to the show because I don't know what the fuck that was. Oh, let's see here. I know, right? So if you look at the description of today's show, today's topic is we're building a tribe, the Creative Tech Tribe. We want people that want to empower themselves, to know business, to build services. Are you working for somebody right now? Absolutely. I'm not telling you to quit your job. You're not listening if that's the thing. Do you know your mission? Do you know where you're going? And if you do, what are you going to do with that? And how are you going to go about it? If you don't know, well, talk to the tribe. Let's figure it out. We will help you. We can give you suggestions. And, you may have tried all these suggestions. You may have done this and that, but you haven't tried it with the tribe backing you up yet. So right now, the tribe only consists of a few of us. We're just now starting. We're looking for other like-minded tribe members, people that could help us truly help others. Because I'm telling you what, if you come to our circle, like right now, if we had a video to shoot and we got Will, Cole, myself, and a few of the people that we know involved with it, because of the relationship and the rapport we've been building, the chemistry we have now, and the quality of work and the smooth operation it would be, like, that's what we're talking about. And imagine if we had tens of thousands of us doing that. Oh my God, the things that we could be building and growing and yeah. So Rigid 6 is my media company. We produce for businesses. We make content and media for businesses. Icora is my secure IT management firm for the modern workforce. The Creative Tech is my way of building a plethora of technicians and account managers for my potential future conglomerate, Icora. If it takes over the world, like I feel it should, it's my baby. Everybody's baby's beautiful, right? But no, my master tech plan, which helps small businesses that have great people working there, but they all have to wear many hats, and it's hard to keep a business running. Like, think of the master tech plan as an operating system for a business to just get shit done and make sure they know their mission and everybody's aligned, and it just helps their culture and helps them get the job done. You have no idea how many people work somewhere and they're going to tell you, yeah, the culture at my work sucks. That's what I want to fix, because I've worked those jobs and I've been in the shitty culture. So Icora is the business that does that. I need to get good at marketing it, and I had to start doing content and shit. So that's why we're here doing this. I hope that explains some of this. And again, I know I'm all over the place. I ain't got nobody here time. And I'm going through this damn thing forever. All right, let's get this done. Do you have any websites for your endeavors? No. Next. All right. Form completion. Your feedback. Get focused. Maybe look into some meds. Thanks. Public sharing consent protection. Last question. Yes, I'm happy to share my journey. The Creative Tech can use my information and online content. No, I prefer to keep a low profile. Please use my data behind the scenes. We want to know, because here's what we're going to be pulling up, everybody. Here we're going to go ahead and finally show what the fuck I'm talking about here when it comes to this here. Oh. Wrong sites. This guy right here. So this list, it's again very early development, has only a few of these things. I'm going to add some columns to this, and essentially I'm getting into Microsoft Power Automate. So when you fill out that form I showed you guys, and I'm happy to show this, and like that wouldn't be in a session like this, but I do plan on making videos and content videos. If you want, go watch my boy Steve Young, Power Apps 911. If you want to see how to do some of the stuff that I'm talking about, his channel does that shit like crazy. I'm hoping to have lunch with Steve again here soon. And may even tag him in this video just to, let him know I've been up to this. Because last time him and I talked, he said, before you and I meet again, you need to have some videos done. I was like, I'll get on it. Well, hopefully this being the 9th episode, mentioning him anyway, he's got over like 100,000 followers. He's go check out Power Apps 911. Check out how we're doing Power Automate. It's really cool. And I need to see if he wants to be part of the Creative Tech, because if he does a shout out for us on his channel, could you imagine? I'm not there yet. I wouldn't ask for that right now. I know we got a lot more work to do. Like, this is a beta form. Again, stick around, guys. And ladies, listen, guys, that's one thing. Stick around, tribe, because what I'm telling you is that there's already some amazing shit going down right now. Things are only going to continue to get better. And when you get success, your nemesis, your enemies are going to come after you. And I've had concerns about my past. I've had drug addiction. I've had, I've had cars repossessed. I got baby mama drama you couldn't believe. Like it's, life's not easy. I'm coming to you as somebody that is still taking Suboxone because of his past, just know that me being authentic with you is part of this. You have to be authentic. And when you go to start doing your networking and you have your mission and you feel good about who you are, even talking about the ugly shit in the past, there's nothing that's going to stop you. And right now, whatever fears you have keeping you from wanting to move forward, nobody's going to convince you other than yourself. So become self-aware and start learning what your fears are and get the fuck over them, because you only live once. This is the one life you get. And I'll tell you what, I could die today and I've lived. I'm happy. So I want that for everybody. I really do. Getting all kinds of deep up in here. All right. So my goal is, as all y'all start filling that out, I don't think anybody's filled out the form yet. I'll go back here and check out. Imagine if I waited until there's like 1,000 people watching live, and then we did this, and we would start seeing these pile in. I could come here and show you guys live. Oh, this guy just finished one, or this lady just finished one. That's what I hope to see at some point. Well, can I get that many people interested in what I'm talking about? Can I get focused enough to make sure I'm being clear about the message? That way they can come here and learn something and contribute and give back. I don't know. There's so many people I want to add to this. There's a channel called Audit the Audit. I watched a really good episode today of Audit the Audit. I need to share that with my friends. All the corruption in the police force. I think police officers can be creative techs. And that's the other thing, is I want to make sure everybody understands what a creative tech is. A creative technologist is somebody. Ooh, fuck. I have the definition done too. Oh, I got to get that out to you guys. I'm behind, guys. I'm so sorry. Emily, I'm so sorry, Tribe. I quit saying that. Tribe, I'm going to... What the? Okay. Tribe? Get serious for a second. I'm taking this serious. I should already have the definition out there. You guys need to know what a creative tech is. I'll work on that next week. I think I want to fall into objectives. I don't know what the topics will be around objectives, but like I said earlier, objectives is a big part of our terminology here. We're even helping businesses with their objectives and the way we label objectives, getting every department head in a business to make a objectives list, which we call the admin pipeline. We have all these admins that have their pipeline done, and we bring those into an admin session once a quarter. to review everybody's pipelines to make sure they're aligned with the company's mission. I mean, that sounds kind of goofy, but like I'm actually doing pretty well helping people with this, and they're adopting it because there's a need for it. They need a way to operate internally, and SharePoint is the big catalyst to this. I want you guys to see everything I'm building and doing this environment with. I do with Microsoft SharePoint and my Cisco Meraki private cloud and our stack. I don't know if you guys hear the humming in here, but I got a data center right in the other room that's running a stack that is might be 7 years old, but that's still a sexy ass stack. And everything I'm doing right now is part of something much bigger. So I promise you, I'm going to be doing better to get focused at this, to get, I need to get ahead of it, get the shows lined out. I should already have shows scheduled for the next few shows with the descriptors already in there. So that way my crew and we could be taking notes and, oh yeah, that's coming up in that next show. That's a great thing to put in there. Because right now we don't have that. And that's the focus I'm talking about. You'll see that delta as we continue to grow this out and get these tools and everything like that and have people feeding us information. It's a big machine. You got to get everything working. For what I try to do, and maybe I'm doing too much, I don't know. But this shit gets me off and I love it. I love building, I love growing, and I love seeing results from my efforts. So please go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to that, check out the Facebook group, answer the 3 questions, join the group. By the way, I didn't stick to the script today because if I would have, well, I would have fucking made sure we went through this part. We got the Creative Tech group, the worksheet. Told you guys about the worksheet. Need you guys to fill out the list. We just kind of showed you guys that a little bit. The shows, we've talked about what these shows are. The focus with the 3 topics. The spotlights. Go check out Cole's channel, Cole Chase on YouTube. I need to put these links in the descriptions and stuff. We need somebody to help with that kind of stuff. Anyway. Spotlights, we're going to be doing that on people, software, and hardware. If there's a software that we want to do, Cole will make a video about it. Like he'll produce that video. Whoever's in it, but that will be his doing. And if we do a person, we're wanting to do their past, like how did they become a creative tech? Like what drove them to become how did that story develop? And where are they now, presently? And where do they hope, how are they designing their life and where do they hope to go in the future? That's the spotlight on a creative tech. We're hoping to do those videos down the road. And then we have objectives. Those are projects we have going on. We have the form and you guys fill out the worksheet. We have the database to get good at and get that completed. And that way the flow of the data from you guys fill out the forms goes into the database. That way we can then add columns and ask questions and learn more and evolve it, get a new form done based off what we learned, and let that whole thing run. Those are objectives, okay? And matters, not having, Cole got stuck in Michigan, couldn't get to the show today, so therefore, we have to deal with a one-person show. That's a matter. Well, Joe didn't want to even do the show today. He's sick. Well, do we just skip a show? I mean, that's what my wife told me earlier. She's like, maybe you're sick. You've done 8 shows. Why not skip? And I'm like, because I want this to succeed. Even me being here sick and having a shitty show that's all over the place is way better than not having to show up in my eyes right now. And I could be a year from now looking back at this, I could have been like, that was a bad mistake. I should have been much more clear from the get-go and I got here much quicker. I'm not stressing that over this channel. I'm growing this authentically with doing everything in life, just like the single mother with kids and going to school full time and working a job to make ends meet and wanting to get involved with this to help them out. Like, yes, let's talk about it. Let's see how we can help make things easier, either through your personal side. I haven't talked much about the life fabric. It's all about work-life balance because in today's age with technology being in everybody's pockets, you see people at McDonald's, you think they're going to wait until their break on shift to go text their friend. No, people are fabric in with technology. Like you have work-life fabric now, and I know there's places you work that you have to turn your phone in before you go out onto the line. Think about those sacrifices those people make where they cut themselves off from the world, where the rest of us get to have our phones all day long. We all have to be aware of what everybody's doing, and this tribe is going to help. So I don't know if I'm really sold on the tribe thing yet. That might come back and bite. I don't know. We'll see. But join the Facebook group, subscribe to the channel, fill out the form if you can. I'm going to put a post out this week. I'm going to try to start posting regularly on the group too. Another update is last week's show we had 24 members. This week I'd like to mention that I had one member, and again I'm being authentic here. I had a member that requested to be part of the group 2 weeks ago, and I just seen that today. I messaged the guy and told him sorry about this. We're in our infancy, but really hope to have him participate, be a part of it. However he wants to, just let us know, and sorry that it took so long for me to get to him. Those are the kind of things that we won't be able to afford to do at a decent size, but by the time we get to that size, I'd hope we have enough people helping because there's enough funds going through this. We'll see. But anyway, we do appreciate everybody. Whether you're just checking it out for the first time, whether you've watched a few of these now, we appreciate it. We do see the numbers. We see people are watching on different platforms in different ways, but we thank you. We hope that you enjoy what you do. If you don't, get a hold of us. Let's figure it out. Let's get you on the right track. All right. Anything else I can think of? What's going on? We're 2 minutes over. Started on time. That's a plus. There's a lot of pros in today's show. I think we did good. Yeah. That's it. I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you next week. Keep it heavy. Keep it real. And peace.